use of distance measuring devices, the electronic sky caddies or the Bushnells. Until last year, those were not allowed in any form under the USGA rules of golf. By this change, we're allowing Kirk and his committee to say, we're going to allow you to use these as long as they conform to the way the USGA has decided that they can be used, which is to measure the distance only. If it can figure out how fast the wind is blowing or how deep the slope is going up to the hole, that unit is not allowed under these conditions. So be careful with what you purchase and what you use, because you could be in breach of the rule itself if the committee allows it to be used. This has very little to do with anybody. Remember Sam Snead putting croquet style and all that kind of stuff? All we're saying is when you go to finish your little putt, even if you're stepping on your line to do that because you don't want to step on somebody else's, that's okay. We're not going to penalize you for it.
Tiger did it.
Yeah, I guess. We'll blame it on him.
No, that's why it is.
Oh, okay.
It was
Based on tigers. I guess so we'll get the new roof, ball on the roof shot next as the decision, right? All right, and again, just very little is used on this. Has to do with a provisional ball and how many you've got in play and which one's supposed to be played. And I'll let you go back to the decisions book and let you think about that. All right, we've revised. You've noticed some of the total numbers. This total has 66 revisions. This is damage sustained in the normal course of play. Now, Dave is a fiery golfer. Okay, he really gets involved in his game. Sometimes the meaning of normal course of play we're not real sure about. So when he goes along and he's making the stroke, practice swing, practice stroke, removing the club from his bag, dropping the bag behind him after moving the cart, and club starts snapping here and there and everywhere. Believe it or not, until last year, those clubs were not, you were not able to replace them. They were not in the normal course of play. You weren't making a stroke with those. Okay? We've revised it. Now you can replace those for that reason. Throwing a club in anger still will not get you a free club. Okay? Wrapping around the tree is just not going to work. That's right. So if it becomes damaged because of your anger, no freebies. Okay? So you see the principle behind the principle, so to speak? Oh, here was a good one. We've got a scorecard that's been sent back to us, and it's got all the scores are correct, and there's 2 signatures. The player's signature is on there. Just happened to be that somehow this player didn't end up with the scorecard that he was given out to begin with. So his name isn't the one that's printed officially on the card. Well, we're going to change it. We're going to, because we've got your signature and the correct scores and the marker's attestment, we're going to accept that. We're going to just strike that name that was printed up, okay? That exactly happened. Sure did. Was it Parnevik? I want to say Parnevik was involved, but I'm not sure either. Was it? Okay. Obviously, reason we have decisions to be changed. We get that chance to make it right. Thankfully. This was a change from a change from a change. And believe me, I get a lot of these. And it depends on which committee is involved. Just has to do with after you've thought you've lost a ball and you dropped it, and then you found it. What do you do with the ball that's dropped? If you want to get involved, take a look at it. But it's it has to do with substituting a ball. Okay, and again, it's a lot of iffies. When you get into the rule book itself, if you want a real basic and good knowledge of the rules, learn what the definitions are. That's the very first part of the book. You know, if I walked up to you and said, what's an outside agency? Let's see, outside agency. That would be the